No one expected this moment at Coachella, and within seconds, the entire internet lost it. What started as a normal set quickly turned into one of the most talked about performances of the year. Two completely different generations of pop collided on one stage, and fans are still trying to figure out what it really meant. Because this wasn't just a surprise. Some people think it was a power move, others think it revealed tension, and a few believe it quietly signaled something much bigger coming next. Sabrina Carpenter was already deep into her set. The energy was high, the crowd was locked in, and everything felt predictable. Until it didn't. Out of nowhere, the music shifted, the lights dimmed, and then Madonna appeared. Not casually, not subtly. She rose onto the stage like a full cinematic reveal, and in that exact moment, the entire atmosphere changed. The crowd didn't just react, they exploded. Phones shot into the air, screams got louder. Within minutes, clips were everywhere. TikTok, X, Instagram. It didn't matter. Everyone was watching the same moment from 100 different angles, and just like that, Coachella had its biggest viral moment. But this wasn't just a random cameo. Madonna didn't come out just to wave and leave. She came with intention, and you could feel it instantly. Because the second she grabbed the mic, she took things in a completely different direction. She reminded everyone that she had performed at Coachella nearly 20 years ago, back when she was introducing one of her most iconic eras. She called this a full circle moment, and that one phrase changed everything. Suddenly, this wasn't just about Sabrina anymore. This was about legacy, about timing, about return. For years, Madonna has been in and out of the spotlight, making appearances, dropping hints, but never fully stepping back into a defining era. Until now. And standing next to one of the fastest rising pop stars of this generation, that didn't feel accidental. It felt calculated. And then the music hit. Vogue. The reaction was instant. Even the younger crowd, people who weren't even around when the song first dropped, knew every word. The energy shifted from surprise to full-blown nostalgia. Then came Like a Prayer. And that's when things got emotional. You could see it in the crowd. People screaming, people filming, people just standing there taking it in. For a moment, it didn't feel like two different artists from two different eras. It felt like one continuous story. And online, the reaction started pouring in. Legend meets new queen. Passing the torch. History happening live. But just when it seemed like the moment couldn't get any bigger, something unexpected slipped in. A song. But not one people recognized. At first, fans were confused, then curious, then instantly obsessed. Because it didn't take long for speculation to start. This had to be new. And not just new, important. Within minutes, people were connecting it to Madonna's upcoming project, Confessions 2, a sequel to one of the most defining albums of her career. And suddenly, everything made sense. This wasn't just a performance. It was a preview, a teaser, maybe even the start of a comeback era. Fans online were already debating it, some saying she's about to dominate again, others questioning if she can really recreate that level of impact. But one thing was clear, people were paying attention. And then, things got a little awkward. In the middle of the performance, Madonna made a quick comment about Sabrina being shorter than her. It seemed like a joke, quick, playful, easy to miss. But the internet doesn't miss anything. Clips started circulating almost immediately. Some people laughed, others didn't. And then came the breakdowns, body language analysis, facial expressions, tone of voice. People started asking questions. Was it just a joke, or was there something else behind it? Now, to be clear, nothing has been confirmed. No actual issue, no real tension, but that didn't stop the speculation, because once the internet starts reading into something, it doesn't stop. And Sabrina? She was already dealing with her own viral moment before this even happened. Just days earlier, she had a confusing interaction with a fan during her performance. She heard a sound from the crowd and reacted to it, not realizing it was actually a cultural cheer. The moment went viral almost instantly. Some people found it funny, others criticized her reaction. And suddenly, she was trending for something completely unrelated to her music. To her credit, she responded. She apologized, explained the confusion, acknowledged that she could have handled it better. And that helped. But the attention didn't go away. If anything, it made people watch her even more closely, which made the Madonna moment hit even harder. Because now, everything Sabrina did was being analyzed in real time. And the performance itself? It wasn't just about music anymore. It was about positioning. Because if you step back and look at the bigger picture, this entire set felt strategic. Sabrina didn't just perform, she built an experience. From surprise guests to cinematic intros to viral moments, every piece felt designed to dominate conversation. And it worked. Major celebrities appeared throughout the set, big names, unexpected cameos, moments that kept people guessing what would happen next. And then Madonna. That wasn't just a feature, that was a statement. Because getting someone like Madonna on your stage doesn't just happen randomly. That's influence, that's industry backing, that's timing, and it sends a message. Sabrina Carpenter isn't just rising anymore, she's being placed, positioned, pushed into the center of pop culture. And Madonna stepping into that moment, that felt like a cosign on a completely different level. But at the same time, it also raised a question. Who was this moment really for? Was it Sabrina's biggest career moment, or was it Madonna's return? Because depending on how you look at it, it could be both. And that's what makes it so interesting. Because while fans were celebrating the performance, they were also debating it. Who owned the moment?